Hey everyone, it's Mikey-kun. I know I left my channel so dormant for so long, but I'm coming back. I can assure you this is for real. I am coming back 100% full fold. Cannot talk. But yeah, I am actually going to be starting to do historically accurate makeup. I know everybody has probably done this before, but I want to jump on the bandwagon because I've just completed a makeup training class to help better my skills. So I'm starting off with a 50s look. Ooh, 50s, yay, 50s. The 50s look was focused on minimal makeup because they wanted to preserve the natural beauty, and they wanted to focus more on the intense wing liner. The brows were rounded with a longer tail, the eye shadow was very understated, and the liner was the calling card of the eye. The cheeks were also done very softly with either a light pink or a light coral blush, and sometimes if there were a pinup model, there'd be a loose, light shimmer on the cheekbone. And the lip was always a cream-based blue-red lip to help promote brighter teeth and to help preserve the youthful look. Oops, that's the wrong way. Alright guys, if you're interested in learning how to do historically accurate 50s makeup, stay tuned. Alright guys, I have my foundation and powder already on and ready to go. I used Makeup Forever HD foundation in 135, and this is a little too light for me, as you can see. So what I did was, I actually took a darker powder. This is a trick everybody can benefit from since we all want our foundation to match. Normally, I'm not wearing a tank top to where you see my chest and arms. So this usually looks a little bit more realistic, but I use the LA Colors powder, loose powder in natural, and it gave me my skin tone but with more amped up color, so to speak. So now I'm gonna go into eyebrows, and I'm sorry about the light source changing. I'm using daylight and artificial lighting. The shape of a 50s brow was full and rounded. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to draw on my natural brow that I wear every day and fill it in. I'm going to light it first, and then I'm going to add more pressure to thicken it up. Darken it up, not thicken. Like that. That's the natural brow I wear every day. To take this everyday brow to 50s brow, just make the tail longer than usual. Like so. A 50s brow had a longer tail. Like that. Let me take this arch and round it a little bit more. And add in a little bit more darkness. Take it into my nose a little bit more to make my nose look smaller. And there's a 50s brow. You can see how it starts off straight, then it rounds itself out, and continues down in a longer tail. The ideal beauty standard of the 50s was soft, natural, and easy, I guess. Not easy in a let's sleep with everybody kind of way, but easy in a sense of you're not wearing any makeup. So I'm going to repeat this brow on this side, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I have my brows on, and as you can see, the tails extend a lot farther down than I would usually take them. Now I'm going to go in and clean up the eyebrows. I'm using my Krylon TV Paint Stick in 4W. This is my overall skin tone when I'm in drag. And I'm using a Ben Nye... There was a name on this brush at one point. It's a synthetic straight cut brush. And I'm going to clean up underneath my eyebrows to make the shape look a little better. Again, everybody benefits from this nowadays. Most people use concealer. I prefer to use my foundation that I do for drag. Like that. So we have a nice clean brow. I'm going to repeat this on this side. And now I'm going to use the same product to base my eyes. This is a great eye primer base product because it is wet and it is sticky, which means your eyeshadow is going to stick very, very well. Like that. And it's a skin tone primer, which also benefits us because it will help block out any discoloration or veins on our eyelids. Like so. Alright, now I have my eyes based out. I'm going to move on to the eyeshadow. Now the shadow look of the 50s was very understated. I mean, they wore shadow, but it was very neutrals, shimmery tones on the lids, and a very light definition in the outer portion of the eye, and a matte or shimmer highlight. They did that because they wanted to focus more on the eyeliner. But like I said, their goal was to focus on the natural beauty. So I'm going to pick up my... Oh no, where is it? Here it is. My Sigma E60, which is a large shading brush. And I'm going to pick up an eyeshadow by Chummock. It is a shimmery, satiny, yellow, rose goldy tone. And that's going on the inner portion of the lid. And we're patting it here in the inner corner, and we're rotating the brush to make sure we keep that rounded shape of the crease. Like that. Sure, we got a little bit of fallout here, but that's not a big deal. And then I'm going to repeat. Start in the inner corner, and then rock it up. Keep it on the inner 3/4 of your eye. Like that. Now we're going to wipe off that brush. And we're going to take our Get Set brush from Chummock and brush away our highlight. Like so. Alright, as you can see, that gives a nice little light to the eye. It helps open the eyes and make them appear more alive, I guess. Alright, and I totally forgot to show you the color. It's this one right here. Moving on to the definition in the outer portion of the eye. I'm going to take Charcoal Brown by MAC on my Going Creasy brush from Chummock. Pick up some shadow, tap off the excess. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it here. Like so. I'm not doing any special shape with it. I'm just patting it on and sweeping it back and forth into the shimmer color we already had laid down. And as you can see, we're getting... Let me zoom in to show you. As you can see, we're starting to diffuse our line. Go back in with the brush you had with the shimmery color. Then lightly wiggle back and forth. This will help diffuse that line. Like that. As you can see with the 50s makeup, it was not focused on heavy dark looks like we are today. There was no actual shape. There was no definite shape, as what I'm trying to say, because they wanted to focus on the natural side of makeup. There's no real definition to the crease. If there ever were, it'd be like a light, warm tone. Like that. See how the eyes are very minimal, but still very gorgeous? Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of this tone right here. Here we are. It's more of a pinky tone. Just a little bit, not too much. And I'm going to actually take that into the crease, just to help us blend. just to give us a natural shadow to the eye. Alrighty, now I'm going to take that same brush that I used for the shimmery eyeshadow, wipe it off, and I'm going to go in with this nice beigey tone right here. And that's going underneath the eyebrow on both sides, and then sweeping across. And then for the under eye, I'm going to go back into charcoal brown, make one creasy brush, and just do a little definition under the outer corner. Sorry if you can't see anything. Sorry if you all can hear the TV in the background. My grandparents are watching the news. And then we're going to blend it. Like that. The reason why I'm going only a third of the way in is to help define the outer corner a little bit and draw attention to the liner we're about to put on. And since we have the lighter shimmer here and here, leaving this portion open will make our eyes appear even bigger. Now I'm going to go into my Makeup Geek Immortal Liner. Focus. There we go. And I'm going to take my Skinny Bitch brush from Chomik. It's the most hilarious name I've ever heard for a brush. Let's tilt this camera up a little bit. The liner of the 50s is what really draws attention to it. That and the lip shape. But that's beside the point right now. What they used to do for the liner is they used to start off thin. Excuse me. It was always right at the lash line. And it was always either it was thin up to the center, then at the center of the eye it got thicker, and then as it tapered out it got thinner again. Then following the line up from their bottom lash line, they would pull out a small line, like so. And then they would pull that line back in to their lip. Like that. And if you get a little bit of a liner smudge, just take your brush with the lighter color on top of it and let it go. So boom, and there is your 50s liner. I'm going to repeat that on that eye and then I'll be right back. And I'm done with the liner. As you can see, if you get a little bit of a smudgy out here in the outer corner, just pull your eye, not taut, but pull it a little, and then roll your Q-tip a little bit. The Q-tip is your best friend when you do makeup because it helps erase your mistakes. And boom, we have our eyeliner. Personally, what I like to do is I like to take a small angle brush, like the browsing around brush, and set the liner. This helps soften it. It intensifies the color, but yet helps soften it. Somebody loves me. Like that. It adds the intensity that we want, but yet softens the overall look. And as you can see, just by doing the small liner at the top, it makes our eyes appear even bigger. I'm going to take off a little bit that I see right there. and then just fix over it with our shimmery shadow. Like so. Moving on to the lip. The lip of the day was a blue toned red. This was done to help promote whiter teeth, and it also made your lips look even fuller than they were. The shape was a very turned up lip. Now moving on to the lips. The lip of the day was a blue toned red lip. This was done to help make the teeth look whiter, and was done to help produce a more youthful look. And the lip shape was very turned up in the outer corner to give that sort of smirk. What they used to do is taking a lip liner, I'm going to use Cherry by MAC. They overdrew their outer corner. As you can see, my lip already looks like it's turning up. Repeating on this side. As you see, I accidentally made this shape a little bit more of a point. No big deal. Just take your Q-tip and pull. Take your foundation. And a little bit of powder. Boom. Like that. As you can see, as I've overdrawn my corners, my lip is already turning up. To help exaggerate that, I'm going to overdraw my outer line too. Like so. Now to clean up your lip shape, go back in with your concealer. I'm using my Marilyn TV Paint Stick in 4W once again. And I'm just going around my natural lip shape, or newly drawn lip shape. And if you get a little bit of lip liner on your brush, just wipe it off. Boom. I see a little bit of an issue. Now we're going to blend out that concealer, or foundation. Like so. Now also, they liked a creamy type of lipstick. I do not have a creamy red lipstick. So I'm going to use my Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in Outlaw. It is a nice blue toned red. Are you going to focus? Come on, focus. Alright, I have my lips done. They are drying to a matte finish, but I will go over it with a lip gloss or a creamier style of lipstick to help give that creaminess and glossy look to the final product. Moving on to blush. Okay. Alright, so I have my lips on, and I know that they will dry down to a matte, but I will add a lip gloss or a creamier lipstick over it to intensify the moisturizing effect and the dewy look of the lip that they enjoyed in the 50s. Moving on to blush. The blushes of the 50s were either soft pinks, corals, and somewhere around that family. I'm going to use this blush right here, which is a beautiful soft pink, this one, on my cheeky baby brush. Just going to pick up the product by tapping it into the product. Then, in the 50s, the blush was focused mainly on the apple of the cheek. And blend it up just a slight bit. Adding a little bit more intensity. And blending. Like that. And for the pin-up looks in the 50s, they would add a little bit of a shimmery highlight just right above the cheek. Right there. Last but not least is mascara. I'm taking my Eye Envy Bold and Long by Kiss in Very Black. I'm going to apply a couple coats of mascara to my lashes. And this is the finished 50s look. You can always add false lashes. I'm not going to because the only lashes I have at my disposal are crazy drag queen lashes, and I know that full fluttery lashes does not go well with this look because in the 50s they preferred length to volume. Yeah, hopefully you learned something new and will apply these techniques to your everyday life or costume parties, whichever floats your boat. And if you have learned something or just enjoyed, please subscribe to my channel because I will be bringing you historically accurate makeup for many, many weeks. And remember, it may be dark today, but tomorrow's a new day. Always find your light. This is Mikey Coon, signing off. Bye, guys.